Skadosh. Joy Moss, Bad Boy MTG. And that feels good to say Bad Boy MTG because I have not been able to say Bad Boy MTG for like 2 years. Name changed to Bad Boy Gaming. Rest is history. Let's get up into it. Commander 2021. This is crazy. There's some busted stuff going on here. Like brokenness. I love the word broken and busted. Say it with me. Busted. It feels good, huh? All right, now we're going to dive into this, and you are going to see some brokenness. I'm going to show you the brokenness, and we're going to get use of MOX Tantalite. What? I hope you picked up your copies when they were $3 to $7, because whoop, they are jumping up right now, baby. Told my patrons about it a few hours ago. Let's get up into it. First off, we have Adrix and Nev, twin casters. This one is one of the better of the commanders. I'm going to touch on this one briefly. We're going to get into one of them in depth, though. So, Adrix and Nev, twin casters. 4-drop Simic, Merfolk, Wizard. It's got the Ward 2. And just to refresh people's minds, whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, an opponent controls counter it unless that player pays 2. Okay? If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. It's on a 2/2. I absolutely love this commander. Doesn't have to be a commander, just splash them over Simic build, but what are we going to play with it? The obvious buildo, doubling season, parallel lives, Coma. I hope you picked up your copies of Coma. Cosmos Serpent, because this thing is nuts. Now, it doesn't go exactly with Azuri Cloth Progress because it has to be a creature power 2 or less entering the battlefield, but regardless of that, these are just 4 cards, that are probably must includes in any deck that's going to be playing our friend Adrix and Nev, twin casters. Love the art on this one too. The art, man, the art is what got me into Magic. I don't think I ever told anyone that. That's all I'm going to say. Art is what got me into it. So when I see new art, man, I just adore it. But Coma was going for, I want to say about $5 to $7 for the base card when it first came out. Do you realize Coma is already up to like $13, $14? Who speculated on that? I mean, it didn't take much. Have you read the card? It's beyond busted. But this card is going to slot in nice with our friend here. And of course, your doubling seasons, your parallel lives. I remember when parallel lives was $4. And I'm like, why isn't this card like as expensive as doubling season? I mean, it's not the exact same, but it has similar effects, though. Why isn't it the same price? So I'm, like, blown away by that. But anyway, moving along. This is going to be a lot of fun to play with this new Simic commander, for sure. Wow. This one. Okay. Willowdusk Essence Seer. It's a 3-drop. Legendary creature in Golgari. Dryad, Druid. Can I call it a Dry Drew? We're going to call it, or a Double D. Double D or the Dry Drew. Okay. It's a 1-drop tap, or not 1-drop. For 1, tap it. Choose another target creature. Put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the number of life you gained this turn, or the amount of life you lost this turn. Whichever is greater. Activate only as a sorcery. Ugh. That was an epic fail right there, Wizards. But really was it, though? Because otherwise you're just gonna be blanking the field, kind of like a fog effect. You're gonna swing in. Well, I'm gonna do this, or this is gonna happen. If it was that instant speed and not sorcery, I think that would have messed stuff up. But also a swing and a miss. This card would have seen a lot more play. Otherwise, it's kind of just like a meme card. I'm sure there's other ways to use it, but here's 3 cards that would just slot nicely in this deck, especially if you're looking for like that one-shot kill. Which, I have a turn 1 win deck. I'll leave it at the end of this video. That includes Wall of Blood. What is Wall of Blood? Pay 1 life. Wall of Blood gets +1/+1 until end of turn. You get to choose how much life you pay. I mean, you can pay up to whatever you need to finish off your opponent. We'll frickin' see ya. I mean, obviously, people could have answers and stuff, but that is a one-shot frickin' kill. Where you can just pump and dump, pretty redunculous. I do like that quite a bit. Yeah, you're using it to pay and then pump the counters on something else. Or you can even use this, you know, it is a wall. Just make it so it can attack. Make it so walls can attack or something. And then we got Unspeakable Symbol in the middle here. Pay 3 life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So that's cool because now you're putting 2 +1/+1 counters. Plus, if you have any other cards that have effects that would give more +1/+1, like Vorinclex, for example, slot him in the build. Hatred. I love Hatred. Exodus. Exodus was the very first set that had the rarity symbol in it. And I remember when I opened my first pack back in the day, I'm like, what the heck is this bridge? I'm like, what's this black, white, or black, silver, a gold bridge? What is this? Is this the golden bridge? What are they implying something here? Anyway. But yeah, really cool to see Hatred. Pay X life, target creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn. Another way you can go about that, I love it. Absolutely love it. So this card, though, again, it's more meme-ish, and I mean, I'm sure there's other builds you could slot it in. As a commander by himself, nah, he's kind of crap, That's my personal opinion, though, on that. But other builds, yeah, why not? Sweet art, though. I'll give it that. Then we got Breena, the Demagogo. Oh my gosh, this is the Go-Go's. We're calling this the Go-Go from now on. I don't care what you say. It's not the Demagogo. It's the Go-Go's. Okay. Wake me up before you go. Okay. And then, Queen Marquesa is politics. If you're going to be running it, you can slot Breena in your Queen Marquesa deck, and you're going to have a lot of shenanigans going on there and bargaining chips on the field, okay? In a nutshell. Then we have, what is it? A Bird Warlock. This thing's sweet. The artwork's crazy. Can I blow that? Can I look at this a little closer without going off screen here? No, we can't. Can't do that. Okay. Hi, Marquesa. All right. So flying, whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, if that opponent... Okay, this is the most confusing card you're going to read ever, but I'll make sense of it so you guys don't, flip out, okay? Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, if that opponent has more life than another of your opponents, that attacking player draws a card, and you put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Let me break this down for you, okay? So, in basic term, in a four-player game, all this is saying, let's say you swing in at the 2 players at the table with the lowest life total. You're basically just going to double up that effect then. It's that simple. So yeah, you'll be able to get 4 +1/+1 counters and draw 2 cards. You attack here and attack there. Low, low, bing, bing, draw, counter, 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 counter. Got it? Sweet. And there's instances where you can do even more than that, where you can do, it'll be like ×4, ×8, it all depends. But this is something that puts your opponents on clocks, man, this card. It's really sweet. Bunch of cards I'm sure would go good with it, but I just wanted to break down the card just so people understand it. Because when you first read it, you're like, what the heck did I just read? Okay. But yeah, in a nutshell, I think this one is fair. It's not another great, amazing commander to get hype about. The Simic one, and then the Holy Grail, baby. Let's just get to it right now. Osgir, the Reconstructor. Oh, busted. All right, let me explain. So the Reconstructor is a 4-drop. Legendary creature, Giant Artificer. It's our first legendary Giant Artificer, by the way. Throw that out there. It's got Vigilance, which is sweet. That means you can swing in and still use its ability after you do damage. For 1, sacrifice an artifact. Target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. That is not bad because we do want art. It has its own built-in mechanic to help its other mechanic. It's so cool. So you can sacrifice an artifact. You got to pay 1, and then you get to pump up some creatures. Cool. Or a creature. For its X, this is where it all comes down, baby. For its X, tap the Reconstructor. Exile an artifact card with mana value or converted mana cost. Same thing. They wanted to save ink. Okay. X from your graveyard. Create 2 tokens that are copies of the exiled card. Activate only as a sorcery. What are we going to do with that? Can anybody tell me? A whole lot. Let's start out the games with Mishra's Bauble. We can start with that. We can start with Ancient Den. We can start with Lotus Bloom. We can start with Mox Tantalite just to get the ball rolling. Hot diggity dogs. Tap, sacrifice, Mishra's Bauble. Look at the top card of target players. We can use Mishra's Bauble, yes? Hold on. X could be 0. Exile an artifact card with mana value X from your graveyard. So yeah, that should work with Mishra's Bauble. Okay. Ancient Den. Everything else already checked. We're all good. Good to go. Ancient Den. And there's also another one. Chaos or something like that. It's the red one. Where it's an artifact land. It works with this. You're going to double up, baby. Double up, double up. It's like imagine something that doubles everything. I don't know, doubling season or something. But then you have to use a whole different deck. It could be your commander. But anyway, Lotus Bloom. Suspend for 3. And all that craziness. Sacrifice Lotus Bloom. Add 3 mana of any one color. So now you got like 2 black lotuses on the field. Huh? That's silly. Mox Tantalite. Finally gonna see some play, baby. You just pay nothing. You pay the X is 0. You go and grab up your Mox Tantalite. Hot dogs, man. Now you have 2 Mox Tantalites on the field, tapping for 1 mana of any color. But wait, it gets more broken than that. So yeah, I think it was awesome that Mox Tantalite was able to see, or is going to get some play. It's going to get a chance to shine, which I'm really hyped about. You better bet your bottom dollar Mox Tantalite will be in almost every single deck that is running Osgir. We're going to call you Osgir. I'm not pronouncing that G. That's Osgir, man. All right? And what goes with that even more so, the brokenness. Krark Clan Ironworks with Mana Vault is just stupid. Sacrifice an artifact. It's free to do that, by the way, with this. Add 2 colorless to your mana pool. Now you just get the Mana Vault going, man. Now you just friggin' got a whole lot of stuff going on. You use that mana for Mana Vault for 3. You sacrifice it using your Clan Ironworks. You bring back 2 copies of Mana Vault. You use all that mana again. You're getting all more mana off of your Krark Clan Ironworks. That's enough to just drop whatever the freaking heck you want to play. You see what I'm saying? It's busted, man. With Soul Ring, with Wayfarer's Bauble. It is just obnoxious, man. Soul Ring, tap it. It's only 1 drop. We all know Soul Ring if you play Commander. Tap it, add 2 colorless to your mana pool. Man, how about adding 4? You know, like, whoa. Slow down, Billy. Slow down. Wayfarer's Bauble. For 1-2, sacrifice Wayfarer's Bauble. Search your library for basic land. Let's just forget to put your freaking lands on the battlefield. Boop, 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 boop. All right, we're going to do that. I'll have a lot of fun. Then we go into Osgir one more time with Trading Post and Darksteel Forge. Finally, we may have 2 Darksteel Forges on the battlefield. Do you know what this means? Artifacts you control have indestructible. That means your Darksteel Forge indestructible on indestructible. You know you wanted to have a Darksteel Forge down, right? Oh, I know, we want to have 2 of them. That already gives it itself to indestructible. But it's fun. Okay, no, don't do that. Trading Post, unbelievable. 4-drop, artifact. Look at all the things you can do with Trading Post. Now you get 2 copies of Trading Post. For 1, discard a card, you gain 4 life. 1, pay 1 life, create a white goat creature token. Goat lives matter. For 1, sacrifice a creature, return target artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Sacrifice an artifact, draw a card. And it has its own built-in sacrifice engine on it. What do you want? You know, like there's so much stuff going on. This is just a little glimpse into Osgir, the great reconstructor. Wow, it's going to be a blast, man. It's going to be a blast to play with. That's what she said. Zaffai, Thunder Conductor. Love the art on this. He's like one of those mad, crazy conductors. Like, what's going on in this world right now? Craziness sauce. Magecraft, whenever, this is a 4-drop in Izzet colors. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, scry 1. If that spell's mana value is 5 or greater, create a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. If that spell's mana value is 10 or greater, Zaffai, Thunder Collector, deals 10 damage to an opponent chosen at random. What spells are there for 10 or greater? This card's okay. I don't think this is amazing. It also has to be an opponent chosen at random. If that's a player, I think that'd be hilarious because you do all this and you just blast yourself. It's so funny. But yeah, here's 10 cards currently that are 10 or more. There's a lot said here. You got Apex of Power, Blink Moth Infusion, Commit Memory. It's all in 1 card. I mean, I don't know if that applies here, but Decree of Annihilation. That'd be fun. Enter the Infinite, Eternal Domination, Sway of the Stars, and Temporal Trespass. There are 2 other cards as well, which are 10 or more, that you can go ahead and play around with. I think that is just fantastic. Remember, they have to be instant or sorcery for that. So you can also go with X. X spells work because it's on the stack. So if you were to pay X and X is 10 or whatever, the case may be in a green, well then, that would work. You have 11 then mana value out, and that would count because it's 10 or greater. So X spells can affect this on the stack as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Are you guys pumped, man? I'm pumped. I hope you are too. Commander 2021. I'm Joey Moss, Bad Boy MTG. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And which commander are you excited about playing with? And do you think I'm wrong about the ones that are really good and the ones that are bad? I'd love to hear it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Scuttle yourself. Get out of here. Hot dogs.
Cabbage.
Share, poopy.
Cabbage.
Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Hot dogs. Share, poopy. No one knows.
Different